Time to go live.
Yay!
Time to go live. Time to go live.
Steve Van Sampson,
Curtis M. Lawson,
Paul Christian Glenn, Joshua Rex, Raz, Rob Smith,
Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank Cthulhu. It is Sunday. Welcome to another episode of the Clutch of Personalities. Tonight we have Aaron Wroblewski with us, and he is a graphic novel author, as well as interesting. Got into screenplays first, and then moved into novels, and then moved into comic books. So he's kind of got this whole thing going around in a very interesting way.
Yes.
and he's good at it too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Joined by Friday night. Ratatosker would like to say hello. And Hinata, I'm not even going to bother picking up. But we're drinking Maker's Mark tonight. So there we go. And real quick before I introduce everybody, remember on the Clutch you can get a chance at merch if you are watching. So please be sure to say hi or ask a question in the comments. Let's find out things about Aaron that you want to know. And we do the wheel of merch at the end. So yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Well, nice to meet you. Nice to meet everybody. Thanks for having us on.
Yes.
So happy to see you and your kitties.
Yes, yeah. Currently licking my hand at the moment.
Oh yes, we have Wild Cat Night going on tonight. We have a Hinata
Yes.
as well as Aaron's kitties, and Friday was able to lock hers out. But
Yes.
so, okay, talk to us real quick here. I'm interested because of the route that you took into writing.
Yeah, I started writing ENENRA as a TV series. I joined a like Australian agency, and they kind of tried to shop it around to get produced. Didn't really get any traction, probably because I'm unknown. No one, no, I'm not very famous yet. But one of the agents actually thought would make a really kick-ass graphic novel, and they had a few artists on the books. And Ezekiel, who actually did the artwork for Enenra and Blood and Fire, he, was really keen on it. The first issue took forever because he was going off my actual TV script. It wasn't an actual comic script, so I quickly rewrote the whole thing as a for comics, and it's been going great ever since. And then which led us to there's the first issue. So yeah, he's been we just funded the 5th chapter. So as soon as he's finished Blood and Fire, the 3rd chapter, he's going straight to ENENRA. So it's a little behind schedule because the Blood and Fire took a little longer than we thought with schedule and getting it really good for the artwork. So he's taking his time on that. But yeah, looking forward to the next issue coming out for ENENRA. So it's been really good.
Oh, I'm
been
excited.
a 5-year journey. Have you enjoyed how it's blossomed along the way?
It's been some, roller coasters. Like Kickstarter is its own beast. Sometimes it's amazing, and then sometimes it's like, please fund. So yeah, because the Grey Man was, it was a struggle to get that one going. I think it's purely because it's end of season. People are looking to Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I've learned my lesson. No more winter campaigns for me. But we got funded.
No more 18-day ones.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, it was maybe no more 18-day ones.
Yes. Yeah, that was a short one. Because I thought if I'd ended it on Thanksgiving, no one's gonna come back. So I thought I'd do a short one. Yeah, I think 28 days is the magic number for me. I've had good success with that. So I'll stick with that from now on.
And just so people can see, I'm going to pull up the 3 covers that you have for The Gray Man, which is the most. This is the most recently funded one, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So about exorcisms. So each one I'm kind of doing a variant of like a big film theme. So that's obviously The Exorcist. But
There's The Exorcist, and then
yeah, that's The Exorcist. And then Mark did that one. I think it looks great. With he actually captured the essence of the Grey Man really well. I'm digging that one, and he's actually coming back to do more variant covers. He's doing a deal at the moment, so if you happen to find him on Instagram, he's doing $50 commissions for covers. So check him out. He is damn good. So I'm stealing that. I've already got him doing one variant cover for Ice and Bone, which is the next planned sequel to Blood and Fire. Blood and Fire was originally supposed to be standalone, 3 chapters, his own standalone book. But then I started getting ideas in my head and I couldn't stop.
That's all of them are very good, by the way, folks. And hi, Tom Dog. Let's see who else. Why the Mike would like to know what the
why the cross? Cross has always seemed to be involved with exorcisms. It's the bread and butter of the Catholic faith, exorcisms. But each chapter cover is going to tell a little story. So actually, Hernan, the artist, has done all of the covers. So each one is slightly different than the one before. And if you have them all out, it kind of tells like a little storyline, as it were, in my head. So hopefully it comes out okay. But I mean, his artist his skills are immense. I mean, for what I'm paying for him, he's getting all the black and white perfectly. So I'm really happy with how it's turning out.
It's a learning process, Mike. We're all learning here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always learning. I'm new to this thing, so it's all a learning curve for me too.
Oh yeah. We're just looking forward to learning about how you decided to do the Exorcist route and how that became the different story.
I don't know how it started, to be honest, that one. Because usually I kind of have I watch a film or read a book, watch a TV series, and it kind of stems from there. Like at the moment, I'm kind of dabbling with a maze idea, the Maze Runner. Loved the first film, brilliant, loved it. The maze, the creature that comes out. The next 2 films, not so much, because it was like, why call it the Maze Runner, blah blah blah, when he's no longer in a maze? It just didn't seem it just didn't jive for me as well as the first film, and so I'm kind of dabbling with a maze kind of themed storyline. But for the exorcism one, the Grey Man, it kind of just came out by itself. Really, it's hard to describe, but it's a 10-issue storyline. I've written it from start to finish, and it actually does semi-link to other projects, like in the same universe, kind of like Stephen King hints at certain things. So there is this one, an actual novel I'm writing, and another graphic novel as well. They're kind of in the same universe, so to speak. So yeah, it's very exciting.
I read I got the Kindle version of ENENRA, so that should have been the first 4 together, right?
No, that's just the first issue.
It's 101 pages.
I must have sent you the wrong one then.
No. I went out on my own and purchased.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one you can buy on Amazon and Kindle, that's the first 4 issues as like a volume. the Kickstarter, you can buy them individually or as the graphic novel with a kind of Kickstarter exclusive cover. But also, I print them slightly bigger. So when you buy them on Amazon, it's like the normal sized. When you get the Kickstarter, it's 8x10, I believe, 8x10.5, slightly bigger.
Okay.
I think the art.
Size.
Sorry.
I love how you decided to make the magazine size. That is totally different.
Yeah, people keep asking me if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I always try and give more back, back to the followers and the backers. It might not seem a lot, but to me, it's I think the artwork pops a lot more because it's obviously bigger, more in your face, especially with the horror theme as well, which I kind of seem to dabble in a lot. I think everything I write has some kind of horror theme element into it. So
we're all dark here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something I want to give back to the backers. Getting the extra larger novels in their hands. Everyone seems to dig it.
I love that idea. I look forward to seeing it. You have a thing about the creatures, like with the village. You caught on to the creatures. There are creatures in like cocoons in ENENRA.
Yeah, it's all in the story. Yeah, it's no spoilers. You have to read it to enjoy it.
No, the question was about what originally got you into looking more at the creature aspect in making your stories. Not, I wasn't asking about story line. No, I wanted to help us as readers get into the idea of why you always make sure the creatures are very interesting in your stories. What caught your eye about that being one of the main parts of the story?
I would say the creatures themselves, especially as an ENENRA, it's not specifically the main focus. Well, I'm trying not to make it the main focus. In the storyline, it's the virus. That's because I always wanted to show how we get there. So each issue has a small glimpse of the future. Of this post-apocalyptic world where you follow a survivor and his trusted companion Sam, which is but the main body of each issue is like how we get there. So it's how the virus spreads, and I've tried to think of a way so that the virus is completely different than anything you've seen before. There's no zombies, there's no vampires, but obviously there is some creatures in there, and as you go through the storyline, it explains how the virus affects certain people one way and certain people another way. So it evolves, and it's especially when the next couple of issues get more involved in that, especially when because they're going to China and Hong Kong, and basically how different countries adapt and try and fight the virus, or do they fight the virus? So in China, they're actually using the virus as an excuse to pick people competition off. So the officials are very corrupt, so they're like using it as an excuse to go in and raid someone's house and arrest people. So it's very different.
Oh yeah,
that's
you
going to be very
said
interesting.
That when you would watch The Village, you wish the creatures were real. Are there more movies that you have watched where the creatures have been an inspiration on your work?
Yeah, The Village definitely. That I actually started writing a film for that. My take on it, and that's turned into a book. I've finished the first novel. I'm halfway through the last novel, but I've not touched it because I've been concentrating on comics. But that's a 5 to 6 book saga, which I'm itching to get back to, but I've got so much focus on these projects, Kickstarters. It's kind of hard to get time to go back. But it is on the books. I am going to finish that. I've always think that if you see the enemy, if you see the monster, that's most of the magic gone. If you just hint at it, just like Signs, the Mel Gibson film with the aliens. Great film until you see the end. They say the aliens, and then it's like, oh, okay, little green men. Yeah, okay. They don't like water. Why would you come to a planet where you can't stand water when 2/3 of it is water?
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, the village especially, I loved it. The actor was brilliant in the film. I do want to see Napoleon. It's one of my. I want to see that too. It looks awesome. But yeah, as soon as you see the twist with the creatures in the in the forest, I'm like, ah, oh, really? I was wanting some kick-ass creatures to be there. I don't know. It was a disappointment to me, but that's just me.
Yeah,
So,
that I totally understand.
do you, and this is just a personal question, because a lot of us are into it. Do you like the Lovecraftian mythos type of stuff, the Cthulhu, where even if the monster is described, it's described in such a way that it's like it bends reality, and they can't quite
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah. I've not read much book wise, but I did watch the Lovecraftian series with Jonathan Majors in it. I thought that was really good. The way they did that, all actresses on that series is they kick ass. They're really good, and the way they kind of introduce the Lovecraftian witchcraft and the monsters into it, I think they've really done really well. I mean, I think that's kind of a genre that they haven't really touched on much in film and TV, which is strange because there's a lot of fans and a lot of source material they can pick and choose from.
It's just starting to have its breakout again.
Yeah.
Like there was a time a while back where people tried to get some stuff going and they did it really poorly.
Mm,
And so it was like, okay, we'll put that on the back burner for a while.
yeah.
And now cosmic horror is kind of making its way back again, and I'm hoping that it'll turn out good because that's partially what I write. So it would be fun. But I
Yeah.
just I'm with you. I like and it breaks your mind almost or something, and it's so hard to describe and so hard to see
Yeah.
that you don't have to really confront it. You don't have to see it. You can just hear it and know what's going on in the background. But when you turn the
Yeah.
camera to it, you don't have to, you can just like cut.
Yeah. I mean, just leave it as like, what's going to happen next? What did you see? You can just see someone's expression or like a shadow or something. You don't have to show the monster because it loses the magic. The horror.
Some sort of shape in the fog.
Yeah. I mean, like was it The Mist
Mhm.
film? I mean, I know you saw a few monsters, but the first one with the tentacle, I mean, you didn't see what that was connected to. And the spiders freaked me the hell out. I have to admit, I hate spiders, and they were nasty little fuckers. Excuse my French.
Yes, they are.
Go for it. We're
Yeah.
rated R. Mike says very old school 50s sci-fi and horror didn't reveal the monster until the end. Yes.
Truth. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard. They always seem to want to show it either in the middle or close the first act, and then it just kind of ruins it. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I,
what do I know?
I guess
I'm not a movie producer or director, so
no, but we need things like that. We need people like you coming up with stuff. And
Oh
so
yeah.
the fact that you started off with a screenplay, that's it. In my mind, that is one of the hardest formats to write in.
I actually think writing comics is very similar to writing a script because you're visualizing what you want on each panel, and as a
Okay.
script writer, you're visualizing what the camera is going to see. So it's only like stills, so like a flash of what you're going to show the camera or what you think the director's going to do. Obviously, it's up to him to interpret how he's going to visualize it. But most of the time, I think in my head, it's actually very similar to writing a script than writing a comic.
Yeah,
like having a physical storyboard in your hand.
Yeah, in a kind of nutshell, yeah, it's you are creating a storyboard that they would use and get artists to create for the film.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just I know how to write, and well, I think I do anyway.
You
I
do a
write
great
things, but the scripting of stuff, I'm kind of like, oh, la, la, and this will happen, and I haven't actually said what it's going to look like at all. So, because I was trying for I I was giving a little shot at doing some a short comic strip type of thing, and or not comic strip, but a short comics like story, and
Yeah.
it is not at all what I was thinking. I'm like, nope, I just spent 3 pages writing something that nobody can even come up with a single panel from. Awesome job, me.
Have you well, after the Enenra debacle of the first issue took like 6 times as long. I researched the hell out of. I printed samples, research because everyone seems to do it differently. There is kind of the usual standard, page one, panel one, blah 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 blah, speech, all that. But every sample I downloaded off the internet was different.
Yeah, we had a Dan Chichester, DG Chichester on a while ago, and he was because he's released something new, but we were talking about like he did the Hellraiser comics way back in the day, then Daredevil, and he's just released a new one that his Kickstarter got funded through for Enzra. No, help me. It's
It's the
in Axel's Infernal.
yeah.
And
Okay.
it's a delivery service for the damned. But the difference he showed us 2 different scripts because he's used to working with one of the artists from Daredevil, and the new one is a brand new concept as well as new artists that he's working with.
Hmm.
So the scripts are very different, because one person it's like this guy knows exactly they know exactly how to work together and meld together, so it's more
Yeah.
of just a story being told, and then the other one was more of a storyboarding kind of thing.
Right.
And then he'll show some examples online every now and then. But yeah, it is. Everybody seems to have their own way of doing it.
Yeah. Because I'm actually thinking of for Enenra's 6th chapter is to have a tier where you get a copy of the script.
Yes.
So, I'll as a PDF you get the whole script for issue 1 of Enenra. Or you can choose whatever issue you want. Obviously not the 6th one. No spoilers, but I was kind of dabbling for, if there's any creators out there that or anyone who's actually interested as a fan who want to see how I write it. So I'm thinking about introducing that as a tier, maybe
That
just a freebie. I don't know.
that
That
was
is
one of the tiers that he did had well a script involved, and it wasn't in as an add-on, and I was like, oh, I want to get the because I want this tier, but I want to get the script too, but I can't get both. You know
Yeah,
how
I could
that's the one
probably
thing that I
introduce it. Yeah, $2, $3 add-on. Maybe that's the
yeah
way to go.
I think
I do
that
have
artist
I do have a lot of add-ons because I do collector prints. So if there's like because I do a fair few like whole page artwork in the book. So I usually kind of throw those in as like collector editions, so you can get like an 8.5 by 11, collector's print. So
yeah I went and sponsored the Gray Man, by the way, guys, and when he has more stuff coming out, we will be posting it up for you. But I got the 3 physical, so I got the first one of each of the comics that we're talking about tonight,
mhm.
as well as I went and bought some add-on artwork. So
Yeah,
that was fun. So
great.
I'm gonna get some like more pretties to have hanging out, and I currently
get some
everything waits in my closet.
like this one.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Dun-dun. Yeah, I currently have just my tapestries up because I'm living in a place that I don't want to have. I need to get all my frames and stuff for all of the different artwork that I have. So it's like I have a closet full of expensive things that are all wrapped up really nice and neat and not getting smoke damage and waiting for me to be able to afford like 50 frames or something like that.
Oh, these are just tacked on with tape.
Well, you're the creator. You can do that. You can get another one. I have to order it, you know. But that's lovely. So, how are you a history buff? Is that part
No,
of
definitely not. I hated school. I do research. With Blood and Fire, I did research as much as I could for the samurais, the country, as it were, because I wanted to kind of get it into where it was like chaos. And luckily there was the time it's set in is actually when the whole country was pretty much in a civil war because the central government had lost control, and all the different shoguns were like fighting each other for territory, and it kind of fit in so well. And everyone loves samurais, and then as I kind of introduced the different characters, it kind of took on a world of its own. Yeah, I mean, it actually came about because Ezekiel, the artist from ENENRA, posted a samurai image on his Instagram, and I just liked it. Obviously, I went, "Oh, that'd be a pretty cool character to do a storyline," and he goes, "Write one." So I was like, "Okay, I will, damn it." So I did.
And you did a very good job.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I really like that you've taken that. Well, if you think you can do better, write it, and then you write it, and it turns out great. I love that point of view you have.
I mean, everyone says that everyone's got a book in them somewhere. I just happen to have a few.
That works.
And you actually put fingers to keyboard or pen to paper or whichever.
Yeah.
I don't know which you prefer to do, but
I mean, to be honest, the artists are the guys who bring my words to life. I mean, they are. I wish I had 10th of their talent. They are amazing. So I would not be here without them, and obviously the Kickstarter backers. I have bills to pay, so Kickstarter is the only way I can get these books made. So yeah, I'm eternally grateful to them and the artists. They make it look easy.
Carissa Grant is one who I believe you know Carissa. You're on a show with her at least once within the past month. But she's been knocking them out like both of you two.
She's a machine. I think she's a Terminator in disguise. I swear. She's every time she's on the Facebook group, she's saying, "Oh, she's got another one coming out. She's got number 8 coming out in January." I'm like, "Holy crap!" I mean, if I'd done that, Blood and Fire would have been complete, and Ice and Bone would have been complete because that's 4 issues. I mean, she's killing it, and her books are amazing.
Yeah, and she makes plushies or orders plushies and does all these things. And she's a friend of our shows, and but I've watched her, and you ask her, and she's been like, yeah, in the past 3 months I've been on 145 different podcasts, and I've also put out this and this, and I'm just like,
I don't know how she does it.
I
don't know how she
I
does
would
it.
go insane because she's doing. I mean, she's doing like multiple podcasts a day and running
like 5 or 6 a day.
Shipping stuff. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't think she eats. She must like suck the souls of children or something to keep her going.
No idea.
Carissa, suck those souls. Keep going. We want you. We like having you here.
Yeah, she actually got me into plushies as well because I've got one coming for an ENENRA. It's currently in the development stage, so looking good so far.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Mike said it's easier for him to write prose than scripts. Which is easier for you, the script or writing the novel?
Oh, script. I mean, I'm writing a science fiction horror at the moment. I'm on. Hold on, I'll open it. I think I'm about 174 pages. And sometimes it's slow going. Yeah, 185 pages. But a lot of the bottom end is just notes, so it's about 174. Yeah, yeah, scripts. I mean, for Ice and Bone, I wrote issue 1 in a day. I wrote chapter issue 2 in like 2 days, and issue 3, I think, in a day as well. So if I have the idea and I write the treatment, like the outline of what's happening in each chapter, if I have that outline, I can bang it out pretty quick. So definitely for me, scripts.
Okay. Is it maybe more of a like the difference between show don't tell kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, because obviously with the novel, you're doing the scripting, you're doing how he's feeling, they're getting in the mind of the characters, even the supporting characters. I mean, everything is there. Where the script, you basically it's just what the guy sees, what the reader sees. He doesn't know what the guy is feeling inside. He doesn't care. If he's got like he's upset. It's self-explanatory. Where with a novel, you have to get in depth, and it's more, I think, more descriptive, definitely, because you have to show the guy, show the reader through words rather than the script, which is in the pictures.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Because a lot of us get stuck on that, on like, okay, now we got to write this in. It's just like,
Yeah. I mean,
so,
sometimes I just get like stuck on a scene, it's pivotal scenes, very intense, and like, the enemy is coming and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, I've killed that guy. I need to kill this guy. How am I going to kill this guy? It's not going to be like so boring. I need to. Wow. So yeah, that sometimes gets me. But then,
you just keep shooting them.
yeah. But it comes to you eventually. I'm like 2:00 in the morning on my phone, like, and then the wife wakes up. What are you doing? Nothing. I just thought of a scene and it's really good. I just killed the guy. Shush. Go back to sleep.
Killing people.
I'm killing people. Hey, at least I'm not. I'm not doing it for real life. I'll do it to all my characters instead. It's very therapeutic.
Oh yeah.
Now, do your characters ever take over and tell you, "Oh no, I'm not doing that. This is what I'm doing"?
Totally. I mean, like I said, and then Blood and Fire was supposed to be 3 issues and done. This is going to be a quick, nice, self-contained story, and then no.
And now we have Ice and Bone coming.
But now we have Ice and Bone, which I actually came up with the title before I actually wrote anything of the story, because my son actually said that's a good title. Keep it.
They sound, and I don't want to say this in a demeaning way because I think it's great. They sound like video game titles, like really cool. Like that's a game I want to play. I
mean, it'd
totally
be
want to
pretty
get into
cool.
Ice and Bone.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's a gamer. He probably wouldn't take that insultively, would you?
If someone wants to make a kick-ass game of it, I wouldn't say no.
That would rock.
I mean, Netflix and Amazon haven't come calling yet, so
But they'll get there.
Maybe soon.
One day.
So, not something most spouses want their spouse to say in the middle of the night. I'm killing somebody. Shush.
Go ahead to sleep.
It's okay. It's no big. I'm not getting any blood on the carpet. I swear.
Yeah, I'll clean up the mess.
That would be good.
Always make sure you use linoleum floors, guys. Just heads up.
Oh yeah.
There.
Yeah, I was remembered while I was in the forces. 6 P's. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. The words to live by.
You're in the RAF.
Yes.
And and you're in Kentucky. I'm in Nebraska, or at least I think you're in Kentucky.
I'm in Kentucky. Yes.
I tried to do my studying. We try to stalk our guests as best we can.
I've noticed. I'm impressed.
But I actually I found out very interesting things about the UK, and that's one thing where I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. I don't know if if the whole island, if you put all 4 countries together, is that the UK?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay.
Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, England.
Okay. So back in the day, this was many moons ago, I used to do stand-up comedy. And we had here in Lincoln, we have an Air Force base, and there was a plane that was grounded from the RAF. They were getting some repairs done here. And on one of our open mic nights, they just all showed up at our bar because it was called Duffy's, and it sounded, like it vaguely Irish, I guess, or whatever. And so they were like, "Okay, you guys do an open mic night? Awesome. Can we sing and do things?" And we're like, "You really do that?" And they're like, "Yes, we really do." So
Very
we're like,
badly, but yes, we do.
"Oh yeah." Well, and so they were like, they challenged the frat boys to drinking contests where you dump over your head whatever you don't finish.
Yes.
And I got to be the Alouetta, and that was very interesting. I didn't know how many different things you could make filthy by pointing at different people. Like I don't know
Yes.
if
Yeah.
that was one of yours, but it was the most fun I'd had. Like, and then everybody would always come to my house after the because I lived closest to downtown, which is where everything was at. And so my cousin was living with me at the time, and she called from work, and I was like, "By the way, I have like 15 members of the Royal Air Force over at the apartment right now for after hours, along with a couple of comedians. So just, be prepared when." And she's like, "Okay, whatever." And then she comes home, she's like, "Why is the Royal Air Force in our apartment?"
We're
And I'm
invading.
like, because they showed up for open mic night, and when you don't, you just invite the whole Royal Air Force over,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It happens. Like I was in Canada for a detachment, and we were doing like Detchi shifts, which is like 24 hours on, 24 hours off. So as soon as your last minute comes up, you're in the bar. So because you have 24 hours to get as drunk as you can. And we went to the local bar, and there was like a line of us, probably 20, 25, and go to the barman, like a pitcher of beer. Okay, how many glasses? Straw. Next guy comes, pitcher of beer. Okay, how many glasses? Straw. And it's like, same one over and over and over again. And by
that
the
sounds
time you
fun.
actually got to the 25th one, the first one was back again.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it's I've definitely cut back since I've left. The kidney and liver is definitely sighing with relief.
That's good. I'm gonna have to bug you because sometime my mother and I are planning. Well, my mother and all of us are planning different trips to the UK, and I get Scotland for mine, so I need to
Okay.
know like where to actually go. That's not just a touristy place, but I know some of the touristy places are touristy because they're beautiful,
Yeah.
But I've learned things like you don't want to go walking around Glasgow at night
No.
and stuff
No.
unless you want
Even
to
we
be.
don't do that.
Yeah. I'm like, these are the little things that I've learned so far by going to Reddit and having like one friend who's living in Nottingham who's just like, "No, we don't go up there."
Yeah. I mean, the Isle of Skye is beautiful. That's my wife's favorite place because there's no cell phone signal. So you get on the island, you're cut off until you get back, to the mainland. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend. Um, I'm up. Where I was is like north of Scotland, it's like Elgin, which is like a stone throw from the North Sea. So going up into the Highlands is very beautiful. Loch Ness is usually the place Americans seem to go to. It's like very picturesque because you can get like hotels, B&Bs on the actual lakes, the loch side. So you can actually have the front garden of the B&B, a little tiny road, a little bit of a pebble beach, and then there's the loch with the mountains in front of you. It's beautiful.
Sounds
There's no country like it. Um, well, my wife could probably give you some pointers. She loves, she's got itineraries for friends and family. So
okay. Uh,
I'll get her to email you all the places you can go.
all right. Yeah, I'll definitely hit her up, and I'll like text you too and just be like, okay, what songs do I need to teach my mom so that we can fit in if we go to the pub? Like,
Yeah, when when the locals say, "Oh, you need to go haggis hunting," don't.
yeah, I know what haggis is. I, I don't need to hunt it. I
No,
do want to
you don't need
try
to
it,
hunt it.
but
My wife loves it. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, you either love it or you hate it.
so I'd kind of gotten this, but uh, how is it being in Kentucky? I know we're going kind of off topic here. We kind of try to hit everything with all of this. Like,
It's hot. Like, not just I've been to Saudi Arabia. I know hot. I mean, I was there for like 18 months
oh
to
wow.
the point where your windscreen wipers are melted to your windscreen. This is a different kind of hot that it sucks your soul until you just die. You'll want to die, but you don't because it's so hot. And it lasts forever. I mean, I was here like literally like last week. It was November, and I was in shorts and a t-shirt. It's like, no. Where's the fall? Where's the winter? So
Winter's
yeah,
It doesn't come till January?
it doesn't. I think we
No.
get like a week, and then it gets us back to summer again.
Yeah, it comes in January, it gets really cold, it may or may not snow, and then you go back to like, why am I sweating?
Yeah, I know it's. But I'm sorry, but America, your beer sucks.
Yeah.
That's
I drink gin because that and cider because yeah, I've not found a beer that actually doesn't taste like piss water, and I'm not saying how I know what that tastes like. So, but yeah, no. I mean, I
Yeah.
drank Bud once and I almost spat it out, and then someone like, "Oh, you should drink Bud with lime." It's like, no, no, thanks.
yeah. Did you know that Budweiser actually is the largest importer of rice in the United States because that's the grain that they use most in brewing it?
I did not know that.
Yes. I worked at a brew pub for a while and
Okay.
we actually made somewhat decent beer there. Like, but yeah.
Do you know what the biggest thing Saudi Arabia imports? Sand.
Coffee?
Sand.
Sand? They import sand.
Yes, because the sand, what they have on all the deserts, isn't the right sand. It's not good for building. So they have to import all their sand, like a large portion of it, for building, all the constructions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there
really
something you
interesting.
want to bring over to the United States from the UK that would make it better?
Apart from the obvious beer, make it bacon. Your bacon sucks too. Sorry, it does.
Okay, so what's the difference in the bacon in the UK
Um,
versus
ours is thick, and it's a different. I think it's a different part of the pig because ours almost looks like an ear, the way it's cut.
Okay.
And actually, my brother-in-law actually I showed him, and he says it's more like your ham, which we
Yes.
call gammon over back in the motherland. Uh, but yeah,
Yes.
it's so different. I mean, yours is like wafer thin. You bite on it, and half of it crumbles down over you, and it's like, I wanted bacon, and now it's all over me. But yeah,
Yeah. They try to cut costs and make it as thin as possible. You have to purposely find the thick cut bacon.
seem to. Well, if you do go to Scotland, I very much recommend having a full English breakfast.
Okay.
It's an
That's
art form.
I don't
that's
blame
something
you
I've
for
heard
it.
of.
Well,
Yep, Tom.
Tom.
Oh, that's Tom back. And by the way, quick side note, check out Brill Pro, check out Channel X over on YouTube and Brill Pro groups on Facebook and Tom Dog 247 on various things because Tom Dog is one of the close friends of the show. He's really awesome. He has some great shows and great reviews he does, and a great wrestling show. And we just love Tom Dog to death. He's a member of the Owlite Network as well, but he has his own shows on the side. So thank you for coming, Tom.
And thank you for coming, Mike. And yeah, it's probably a cutthroat crime trade with the sand. And for those who don't know, Mike writes stories. Go find Michael Guzman and read his stories.
Yes. So, what? Okay, you're working on all of these at the same time now, right? We're getting.
I'm kind of working on ENENRA. That's ongoing. The Grey Man just started, so yeah, I'm working on that. And the Ice and Bone is, I'm hoping, will launch January next year. May push into February because I'm still getting covers sorted out. So I'm pretty much most of it. Everything's there. The script's written. Ezekiel is very keen to get his teeth into it, but obviously he'll be doing ENENRA first. So if I do launch it, there is going to be obviously the he'll have to wait for ENENRA to finish before he goes to Ice and Bone. So that I think depending on the schedule, because I don't want backers waiting 6 months before they get the comic. I try and keep it out to a reasonable level, but generally I don't actually start the comic until I can't start the comic until it's funded. So there's always that kind of delay getting it out to everybody, but that's the plan. It's going to be a full year next year. So ENENRA hopefully to continue that, the issue 2 of the Grey Man, and continuing Ice and Bone as well.
I'm looking forward a lot to ENENRA because having read the first 4, I'm now just like, and I.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, you definitely have. Each one it ends with like the Cliffy going on. Well, not even a Cliffy. It's just the whole story is building, and it's so well written. I was just like, but no, the flip page. Damn it.
Yeah, and I do actually have a lot of material left over because when I originally wrote it, it was supposed to be an 8-issue series, like an 8-episode series per like season. And when I started writing it, the guy, the publisher, Marcosia, said, "Oh, you need to cut that by half at least." So I've like butchered it and cut a lot out of it. So I do have materials for like what happens on the flight 432, as it comes across. So I do have that as maybe as like a spin-off, one-off kind of 60-odd page kind of on a standalone. So I got that idea once the main storyline's finished. But yeah, there's pardon?
Can be like your annual.
Maybe I don't know. I'm thinking of, but kind of just having it as a standalone once all the main storyline's done. And like, if people want it, I might just put a poll out to see if people want to see what actually happens on the flight. I'm pretty much got 60% of it written already, but I've not actually finished it because
people keep asking.
Yeah, they do. A few people have asked. So what actually happened on the flight? Watch this space. But you never know if Netflix or Amazon come calling. I have it saved, so it could be a big reveal for the TV series that chances are it's not going to happen. So it probably will be a one shot in a couple of years.
It would make a great series. There's a lot of tension in it. A lot of new ideas. The way you're conquering how this virus works. It's not your typical.
It wants to spread. It's wanting to be. It wants to infect you. It wants to get out there in the world, and there's a reason for that. So that's at the end of kind of volume 3. So unfortunately, you don't actually find out why it's doing what it's doing until it gets to where. Because I've set it out that it actually follows the flight. So it lands in Heathrow. So you
Mhm.
find the plane, the cocoons, and then obviously it tracks back to where it originated, where it came from, which is Hong Kong. And then you find out how did it get to Hong Kong. So that's not where it originated. That's a stepping stone to where it the source. So that's
Right.
and then once you find the source, no spoilers, sorry. Then
That's
the whole
fine.
world kind of evolves around that, and it's all written, it's done. I'm putting the finishing touches to the third volume, so
Nice.
that'll be 9. I'm actually on 10 at the moment, so I'm kind of putting the finishing touches to that. But yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot more action in the uh, the second volume,
Okay.
so that's
Well,
pretty cool.
yeah, you had to. I mean, you had to establish what was going on
Yes,
in the first,
yeah.
and there is some action in that as well. It's not
Yeah,
just
I try to kind of mix and match. I know ENENRA is more kind of character based because purely that's what it is. It's a apocalyptic horror. You're following characters you kind of get invested in. But I do wanted to put like obviously the horror element is a must, but I do want to put some action in there as well. Especially when they're in Hong Kong. There's a pretty some gruesome scenes in there. And some kick-ass action, which I cannot wait to get Ezekiel penning. So that's going to be pretty cool.
And then besides Amazon which is where I got Enendra, the bigger volume. Um, where are we going to be able to get a hold of things? Are we
At the
it,
moment, Blood and Fire is going through the publishing stage, putting the finite touches to 1 and 2. 3 is, I think, Ezekiel's got 6 pages left to do,
okay?
and then obviously I'll be setting that, getting it formatted for printing, and sending the digitals out to all the backers. That gets also sent to the publishers at Red 5 Comics. So I've actually been talking to them this week about finalizing the look of the first issue. So once they're happy with that, then it will go onto their website to purchase.
Okay, and is that going to be for all of them? Are you going through Red 5?
Just
Or
Blood and Fire and
just Blood
Ice
and
and
Fire?
Bone when that finishes. They are
Okay.
highly interested in the sequel
Oh, good.
because they've read the first script. So I need to send them the second and third, which I've finished, and I'm kind of 8 pages into the fourth one. It goes very action packed. I think every issue has some action in it, and the last one has a boat ton.
And I've become kind of obsessed with lettering lately, but I do love the lettering, the way things are set up in Blood and Fire.
Yeah,
It's
that's yeah, that's SK. He's pretty cool with his lettering. He's doing the Grey Man as well as and I'm hoping to get him on board with Ice and Bone too. So yeah, he's pretty much my go-to guy for lettering. And then I actually do myself just to kind of
oh wow.
cut prices down. It's through an app I have. I am nowhere near as technical as him, so I'm actually thinking about maybe using him for that too, just because it looks so good when he does it.
It's one of those things you have to learn. It's a very specific technique, but
Yeah. I've always thought about trying myself to actually learn how they do it. I've just never had the time. But I'm a writer. Everyone has their niche. I think I don't mind paying someone to make the lettering look spectacular. So I mean, I can do the speech bubbles and the things like that, but like doing the sound effects and making them look great, yeah, I can't do that.
yeah, I haven't noticed any problems with it. I've heard it said that, a good letterer is like a good bass player. They if they're doing it right, you don't really notice.
Yeah, Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, they're very like an unsung hero of the comic world.
Yeah, they're there to get you through, and like, but from what I saw in ENENRA, nothing was like, well, that's terrible or anything. So I
Thank you.
think you're doing good getting through there. So okay, so we have Ice and Bone coming, and that's going to be your next Kickstarter.
Yes, yeah, that's the next one.
Okay, and that launches in January, right?
Fingers crossed, January. I'm looking at the 16th, but it may push into February. Really depends on what Ezekiel's kind of schedule looks like. If he's got anything planned after ENENRA, then I might push the Ice and Bone a little further out, just so people aren't waiting for his schedule to catch up. So that's to be determined, but I'm hoping first month of the year.
Okay. Jenny, do you have anything else?
She frozen?
I think
She hasn't moved for a while.
She might be. Oh, there she is.
There she goes. Oh no. She gone.
She might be.
Scared her off.
I'm having internet issues, so I'm hoping if I cut that off for a second, I can fix it. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
No problem. We got you. Aaron, where do you like people to get in touch with you?
I'm on Instagram, Wroblewski Aaron. Also Facebook. I've actually created Facebook groups for all the comics. So just type in the Grey Man, ENENRA, or Blood and Fire, and the groups pop up, and just join them. I try and give send updates, teasers of what's coming out as much as I can for each of the novels. So they're probably the best places to find me.
Okay. And for those of you watching, you can find those links above, below, beside, wherever links show up for you, depending on where you're looking. I want to wait for Friday to get back here before we take off or anything. I was gonna do a wheel spin, but I need more people to give me comments, because there are more people watching than are commenting. And
Comment, just say hi.
say hi. Ask
Say
a
hi.
question. You'll get to see the comics if you do so. It's exciting.
Free comics. Say hi, damn it.
I am all about the free comics. Do you go to conventions at all, or do you?
I haven't yet, purely because when I started, COVID hit, and I didn't want to, because my son can't get vaccinated, because he was like seriously ill when he was like 1. He had Guillain-Barré, and it's one of the lists that if you've had that, you can't get the vaccine. So me and my wife did get vaccinated and everything, but because he and I did have COVID a few times, not nice. So it's one of the things that I definitely wanted to try and eliminate as much as I could. I am hoping to do Nashville next year. We're just waiting for the price and the dates if I can do it. But yeah, it's something I do want to get involved in. Just haven't had the nerve to do it.
It's fun. You'll enjoy it. You get in, get to have everybody seeing you, have your stuff out, get ready to do autographs, and you got to come up with a little doodle of some sort, because everybody loves a little doodle to go with their autograph.
I have to try and do a little doodle then.
Yeah, you can just come like one little thing to go along with it. Doesn't have to be huge. They just personalize it, and everybody feels like, "Aw, he did that for me."
Oh.
You did the same for them.
just don't look at those.
I did this. I'm like, will you do this for me? Okay, she's really bossy, guys. I don't know. Look out, she's headed your way. I have like 2 autographed comics that I was excited about. I went to my first con this past year, so I'm a novice at them. But Jenny, did you have anything else?
What has been your favorite pros and cons of Kickstarter? Was my next question.
Recently, obviously the best thing is getting funded and producing the books. The worst thing I've found a lot is all the marketing experts that seem to flood your inbox as soon as you start, and the bot. This I'm not sure if they're bot backers, but I lost quite a bit on the Grey Man. Like I made the funding, but when it came to actually, getting the money from backers, didn't do as much as I thought. So there was a fair few fake accounts, maybe, or I don't know, but I mean, I've spoke. There seemed to be an increase that other creators have mentioned. You get someone back in your top tier for $5,000. Like, why are you putting $5,000 on my top tier when it's only like $150 or something like that? And it seems to be increasing, and I'm kind of hoping Kickstarter goes the way of like Indiegogo, where you back and it takes the money and holds it.
Gotcha.
It actually looks at
That
your
would be
card
good.
straight away. That, I think, is probably the way forward, because it's when it waits for the your campaign to finish. I mean, you could look at $600-700, and you don't have the money now, and then you have to I've still got to honor the Kickstarter to get it out to all the backers, but then I'm like, damn.
I wasn't aware that was I thought it was people pulling off of their thing rather than.
No, it's the end. I've found, obviously you get people who back and then cancel it. You have bills, especially inflation now. You think you had the money, you don't, cancel it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, you do get the odd backer who backs you $150, so then each week incrementally drops it like $20, until he just cancels it. You get that a lot of times as well. I had not had it myself, but I've heard horror stories of people, other creators in all the groups I'm in. They've had a few people do that, which is not nice. But yeah, for me, it's mainly the cancelled pledges. Once the Kickstarter's finished and the card payments start ticking through, you always get the 20 errors coming up. I'm like, okay, how many am I going to finish with? And then obviously after, I think they have 6 days, 7 days to sort the card number out, and then it kicks it out.
Oh, wow. And that's really hard if you're counting on that for the printing and everything to just be like, okay, that's out of my pocket now.
Yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
my rent.
Usually the printing and the shipping, it comes out of my pocket.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, but I mean, without Kickstarter, I wouldn't be able to afford to do it anyway. I mean, without that platform, the platform is great. I couldn't do it without it again, but obviously there's a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to a lot of the kickstarting. So I think that's a big thing for new kickstarting creators. It's just something to be wary of. So make sure you set that goal, with an idea that not all the backers will come through when it comes to paying. So it's just one of those, things to be aware of.
Yeah, that's so throw yourself a cushion in there.
Yeah,
So
well,
that
Kickstarter takes 5%, anyway, so that obviously cuts your margins. So always take that into account. But yeah, I think I don't want to put numbers out there, but I when it came to the final payments, yeah, I was a lot less than I thought. So I'll just have to try and see how I can move things around. I mean, Hernan has actually said that he'd postpone payment until things catch up. So he's been brilliant. I cannot fault the guy at all. So he's definitely working with me, and we'll get the issue out to all the backers. Hopefully, we can recoup things with issue 2 and going forward. It's just life as a creator. It's definitely not stressful.
Yeah, it's I don't know how, like we were saying, Carissa, I don't know how she does that.
I don't know.
It's
She's either crazy or genius. I haven't kind of worked out which yet. A
we
crazy
kinda-
genius, maybe.
I've had her on for some other stuff too, and she does get a little crazy. We're both Howard Mackie fans, and so like we had a Ghost Rider thing we were doing, and it was just like both of us. So two crazy girls, but yeah, that's terrible with Kickstarter. That I mean, not them with the bots, the people that would.
Yeah, it's
It just seems
especially
like
the
why would you
market
do that to people?
Yeah, and these marketing experts that seem to pop up all the time. I'm like, you're not funded yet, and you should be funded, and we can get you funded. I'm like, and then it's just, yeah, I lose track of how many I get. I think last time I got over 100 of these
Wow.
experts
Wow.
trying to get $50, $150. I can get you funded. It's like, yeah, go away.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
You did get a big boost at the very end, though, on that last one. You had like 7 hours to go, I think I remember, and you got funded. That was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, getting over that hurdle is the biggest thing, especially for a new one. The first one is always hard to get funded. Like you said before, that it was a short run. I think that kind of hampered me a little bit. The timing, end of the season, and it's a brand new storyline that people might not be so inclined with. I know sometimes horrors seem to do well. I hit funded, so I can't be more thrilled. So I'm get the book made, and hopefully number 2 will do a little bit better.
oh, I am all about the horror. Well, we on this network in general are all about the horror, but yeah, having a new horror
yeah.
comic out there is just like, yeah, gonna get that. Get you
Yeah.
like hooked up with some Gore Street people or something like that. Well, that might be a little different. Anyway, sorry. I get distracted very easily. That's like shiny. Oh, look. This is why I have a squirrel.
What's drinking makers?
Yeah. So, he's drinking whiskey, but it's from Kentucky, so it's okay. It's shipped up from your place. So Jenny, did you have anything else?
No, I think we covered all the stuff that I had on the list and other stuff that I didn't know.
All right.
Good.
Mike does have a question. How graphic is the comic? Very bloody, gory?
I don't think which one, the Grey Man? I don't think it's gory. I wouldn't class it as very gory. It's obviously horror themed. It's very horror. I kind of wanting it to be there with the black and white as well. I mean, Hernan is nailing it. But no, not gory at all. Really, there's a few deaths in it, but nothing that's like gore, blood everywhere. No, not in this one. Blood and Fire, that does have blood in it. So yes, that is. I wouldn't say it's tasteful gory. Okay, there's
It fits the
arms
story.
being cut off. Yeah, it fits the story. You kind of expect that with a samurai tale. So yeah, but no, the Grey Man I don't class as being gory now.
It's the preview that I've seen is very tension filled.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yes,
You have a lot of that going on.
Yeah, the kind of I think the goriest things you see is obviously the family, how they're left. But it's tasteful, I think anyway.
And that's going to stay in black and white the whole way through?
Yes. Yep. It's all things. The whole thing's black and white.
Oh, very nice. You don't get a lot of that these days.
No, I've thought of that. I mean, I might do a special and color them in when it's all complete, but I've no real plans for that, to be honest. It's just kind of I kind of like it black and white. It kind of gets the vibe with the horror, and Hernan's.
He doesn't like excessive gore, but he loves horror.
Okay.
I know he loves like the original like black and white horror films with the things like the ant and the various ones with spiders and stuff.
Yeah. I think this one is probably more along those lines, like the original Dracula. Black and white. It's suspense. And if you like the exorcism, the Exorcist, Exorcism of Emily Rose, it's kind of like those themes that it's not bloody, it's not body parts flying left, right, and center. It's tasteful horror. So I mean, you can when you do the wheel spin and hopefully win the preview of the Grey Man. Check it out. It's free. I usually do like an 8 that preview you get free with at the start of the campaigns. Like each campaign I give 11-page preview of Blood and Fire. So and the same obviously with Ice and Bone, you'll get the Blood and Fire preview because it's obviously a continuation. The same with ENENRA, you can get a 12-page teaser, so you can actually see the artwork, the storyline, and everything like that. So obviously, if you like it, you can back it. So yeah, I do try and keep it tasteful is probably the best word. I don't go overboard.
Yeah, we get enough of that from there's oh wow, yeah. Out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no boobs in it either. I know sex sells, but I've not got the grip. I've not got the knack of having boobs everywhere.
It's good without it.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think it goes with the story. I mean, unfortunately, there's no real boob in the storyline.
And there's no, like suddenly like, oh, and in the middle of this exorcism comic, we are going to have a shower scene.
Yeah.
Because
why not?
the sexy female exorcist is going to need to get the blood out of her hair. So,
yeah, I mean that blood gets everywhere. All the wrong places.
Looking for blood and all. Oh, sorry. Now I'm just getting swirled out. And actually, I'm gonna go. I'm looking at the giveaway tool, and since only 2 people have been actually commenting because people are shy apparently tonight. I think is it okay if I let them both have the
Go for it.
All right. So Mike and Tom, you guys are both gonna get a PDF version, I think it is, of ENENRA and Blood and Fire, and then the preview pages for the Gray Man. And
yep.
Forgive my stuttering over everything. It's just been a really long week.
Yeah,
and we're starting the next one. But yeah, so once again, all of your links are in the thing, but if anybody wants to reach out to you directly about something, where is your favorite place to? And by the way, guys, join the Facebook groups for the different comic releases so that you can for each comic.
Really, I kind of I check them all kind of daily because I always try and update it as much as I can. If I have any updates to give, new pages and stuff. If you want to get in touch with me directly, probably Instagram is probably the best. But if you message or type in a comment on any of the Facebook groups, I'm usually checking them out and replying as quickly as I can.
Okay. And I'm going to go next because I'm shorter, both literally and figuratively. If you want to find me, this host body is Carrie Sanders, Kari. If you see a crow, that is me on Facebook, and all of my links are there. And flipping over to Friday here.
Hi, my main page is Friday with the Library and the Blue Box. My book group is Friday Blues Disorganized Library. You can find me at Fakehor, and if you comment on her stuff, you're going to find me regardless.
Yes. She handles everything so that I don't go insane.
Oh, yeah, and of course, the Owlite Network. You can find me here too.
Yes. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and thank you, Aaron, for joining us and sharing everything with us.
Thank you
Love
for
it.
having me.
All right. And guys, we will see you later. Have a good night.